Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the video, and today I'm going to be talking to you about why scoped snipers could soon be getting even better and perhaps even pushed to the top of the sniping meta in Battlefield 1. I'll be focusing upon console play for this video, so if you're a PC player, you can either sit back, listen to me and watch the gameplay, or go and watch another video that perhaps pertains to your interests a bit more. Now, if you end up finding this video helpful or enjoyable, then I genuinely appreciate you taking that split second to hit the like button, as always. With that being said, some of you may remember that I made this video a while back about how auto-rotation changes could be coming to the game. But for those of you who aren't sure what that means, auto-rotation is a form of aim assist that pulls you to the target if you aim close enough to them. Well, Battlefield 1 has very strong auto-rotation, and at first this wouldn't appear to be too much of a problem as long as all the guns in the game benefit from it equally. However, there are two issues with this theory. Issue 1 is that strong auto-rotation gives an unbalanced advantage to potential one-shot kill weapons. This has resulted in that insta-death feeling of being taken out by an enemy using an infantry or carbine scout weapon or a shotgun. Issue number 2 is that scoped weapons don't benefit from auto-rotation at all. The mechanic doesn't apply to them, and I personally think that's how it should be. The increased range and precision available with something like a conventional sniper rifle does need to be balanced out somehow, otherwise you end up with the crazy quick scoping capabilities that you get in some Call of Duty games. So you may be asking where the issue is then. Well, it's not that the scoped weapons don't have auto-rotation. The problem is that other weapons perhaps have too much. What you're seeing on screen now is how deadly the Martini Henry infantry currently is in the full release of Battlefield 1. There really isn't much effort required at all to pick up these kills. This mechanic has led to infantry and carbine scout weapons being able to easily take out scoped sniper users from positions that they probably shouldn't be able to. A highly skilled scoped sniper sometimes stands no chance against your average player with an infantry scout weapon purely because they aren't able to instantly lock onto the target with next to no effort, even from some pretty long ranges. So now you understand the problem. Why am I bringing this up today? Well, it stems from the recent video I made featuring the Type 38 Alisaka, which is an infantry scout weapon that is set to be released in the upcoming Turning Tides DLC. It's currently available to use in the community test environment, and this is the key point. The CTE features weapons, maps and mechanics that aren't yet available in the full game, as DICE wants to test them before fully implementing them. Well, when I previously played in the CTE before the release of the They Shall Not Pass DLC, I felt like the auto-rotation was heavily reduced, which caused me to make the video about potential changes. I then got mixed feedback, with some people stating that there had definitely been changes implemented in the CTE, whereas others said there hadn't been any changes at all. But this time around, while looking at the weapons for the Turning Tides DLC, I became completely convinced that something was drastically different. So here is some footage of infantry scout play from the current CTE build. You should notice how much more of the work is being done by myself rather than the auto-rotation. It certainly seemed like people agreed in my Alisaka video, as the comment section had many people commenting on how different it appeared to be. One such commenter was the Sofa Soldier, who stated that one of the DICE devs had confirmed on Reddit that a change had been implemented to auto-rotation in the CTE. Apparently the mechanic applies in a much smaller area around the target and also won't simply snap to center mass. Instead, it will be pulled to the nearest bone on that enemy. This results in a far greater need for target acquisition on the player's part, far less locking onto the sweet spot area, and therefore a huge reduction in insta-deaths against said weapons. Now, my attempts to find the post that the Sofa Soldier mentioned came to nothing, as I guess the topics had moved on a bit by the time I tried to find it, but the explanation given certainly seems to mirror how things felt for me in the CTE, and I found using an infantry scout to be far more challenging and rewarding. It was just more fun overall. Okay, so that was a lot of scene setting without really getting to the very center of today's topic, but it seemed necessary so we could all be on the same page. You've now heard and seen how different using an infantry scout weapon is currently on the CTE and in the full release. Should the changes be eventually implemented into the full game, which I assume they will be, at least to some extent if they're being tested this heavily, then conventional scope snipers and marksman rifles are set to receive a huge jump in viability and reliability. The other one-shot kill weapons in the game are going to be significantly less user-friendly than before. So conventional sniping is going to see a bright new day, and those of you who are already skilled snipers are likely to have a fantastic time while everybody else tries to adjust to the changes. Or if you're an average sniper, or perhaps even totally inexperienced sniper, you're going to get your chance to learn and improve with them if you desire to, as you get more time to react to a situation and develop your skills. If you'd like to do just that, then I have a full sniping guide that might help you out, which I'll link to in the description below. And all of this is without even mentioning players who play without auto-rotation turned on, as the playing field is about to become a lot more level with a lot less hand-holding in the game for people to pick up easy kills. So non-auto-rotation players are set to have a much more fun time, I imagine, in the near future when these changes finally hit the full release. Personally, I'm very excited for these changes. The CTE feels like gunfights are decided a lot more by skill and positioning now. Weapons are far more satisfying to use, and the meta appears to be different. The scope snipers could well be set to become the new sniping kings. So how do you feel about all of this? Let me know in the comment section below. There's a link towards the bottom of the description to support the channel and keep it running for $4.99 a month if you're feeling especially generous today. I see exactly who chooses to do so, and I'm always extremely grateful for it. And feel free to like, favorite, and subscribe. I'm GetGoodGuy, and I'll see you next time. Laters.